There, and welcome back. We have some breaking news on the channel. The Chicago Bears have just traded down from the number one overall pick to the Carolina Panthers for a massive draft compensation. You look at it as pick number 9, pick 61, both in this year's draft. Then you follow it up with a first round pick in 2024, as well as a second round pick in 2025. Plus, probably the biggest piece of it all here is wide receiver DJ Moore. I had talked on the channel earlier, just posted a Bears mock draft a little bit earlier today. Ironically enough, the pick gets traded. That video is now irrelevant. That doesn't matter because what is important now is the fact that Ryan Poles, general manager of the Chicago Bears, made a big time trade. I had spoke on that video, the importance of, essentially coming down from pick number 1 and gathering other assets in order to move forward. This is a team that needed just more than, the first overall pick. What was nice about it is the Carolina Panthers were kind of at their mercy. They were in a spot where they were picking behind a lot of teams that were quarterback needy. You think about the Las Vegas Raiders. You think about, the Houston Texans. All of those teams were looking to draft a quarterback, and Carolina was sitting in tier number 2. I look at it as a very positive move for both teams. You look at the Chicago Bears side of things, they're gathering a ton of assets. They get a Pro Bowl level receiver in DJ Moore, who will be a perennial guy to have 1,000 yards with Justin Fields. Now, I think that this is overall a very, very strong trade for them, fair compensation. I look at it from the Carolina Panthers perspective. There's obviously a quarterback that they want. Now, the jury is still out on who they are still looking to draft at this point. You have Bryce Young, you have CJ Stroud, Will Levis, and Anthony Richardson, all of which are in the fold. It would not shock me if they had made this move operating under the idea that they can go and get a guy like Anthony Richardson. He was a combine warrior, and I think a lot of people are starting to gain some traction. Now, there's some questions on his overall accuracy, his touch on the ball. There's a lot of things that are actually really concerning when you look at him from a prospect perspective. Now, I think when you look collectively at this deal, it is not entirely shocking that the Bears had moved down. It was the team in which moved up, which is more, kind of concerning in my eyes here, that Carolina decided they're going to go ahead and pull the trigger. I think it's an interesting, proposal from Carolina. However, there's a lot that goes into it. There's a sizable amount of capital that is going into this draft selection. However, they felt that they had a guy that they had to go and get. So collectively speaking, this is a massive trade. And this now sets the market for what first overall picks could look like for the next couple of years. You look historically, teams that have traded the number 1 overall pick, it's a little bit of a rarity. However, it does happen, and it was done today. You look at the Chicago Bears, who had $98 million worth of cap space heading into this trade here. Now they get a solidified 1,000-yard receiver in DJ Moore, multiple firsts, 2 second-round picks essentially. Or excuse me, it would be a third and a second-round pick. This team is ready, locked, and loaded. Chicago is going to be a little bit dangerous. Like I talked about previously in my other video, this team is poised to make some noise in the North. It's a winnable division. A lot of things are up in the air. Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay are not bona fide locks to win the NFC North. Maybe Chicago pulls a Jacksonville and surprises some people next year. No one thought the Jags were going to go from worst to first in their division. A very, very real possibility that is starting to occur now with the Chicago Bears. Appreciate you stopping by. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new. Also, leave a like on today's video if you did enjoy the content. It's a lot of fun recording. There's some other big moves that are going to be happening before the draft, so make sure you are staying tuned. I appreciate the support, and we'll catch you in the very next Utility Sports video.